part two. Hello, welcome to part two. We have such a positive spread today. We have two cards, though, two, that don't seem to be in our favor. And that's the present card, the reverse page of swords, and the future and outcome card, the reverse ten of cups. Um, um, Yeah, the future and outcome, it really is kind of a downer, right? But the rest of our spread is really quite positive. Considering the present is the Page of Swords, we don't really have a lot of background here, other than this one card, Page of Swords. We have such a positive spread: the King of Cups, the High Priestess, very very balanced. But there's just this little hitch and get along page of reverse page of swords and reverse ten of cups. I think it's interesting that kind of this protagonist antagonist is kind of pros and cons of our tarot card reading this week is our protagonist and pro would be air and fire, even though this high priestess here is water. Um, we have air and fire that are very protagonist, and then we have air and water that are a bit antagonist. Um, so unfortunately, I think what might happen here is this very kind of dominating usage of the air element, which is intellect, logic, reason, thinking, and this Page of Swords with this lack of being able to complete a task and I guess understand what it is they're doing. Um, we talk a lot about understanding emotions a lot, but taking the emotion side out of it and not understanding what people are doing, like mentally, is might be an issue. Um, and zero and what might deal with that is the lack of experience. Um, so yeah, I think this Page of Swords is such a small kind of antagonist opponent, will be completely defeated by all of this positive energy that we have going on for us today. And I think out of retaliation of being defeated, there's going to be this kind of disharmony in the home life, which is, in other words, to say, hitting below the belt, right? So unfortunately, there might be kind of an inevitable kind of temper tantrum, thanks to this reverse Page of Swords here. But other than that, I think what to focus on is the really, really positive, intellectual, logical spread we have today. Um, yeah, this is a really great spread. So I'll go ahead and show you all the cards, and then I guess let's start drawing. All right, we got the heart of the crow, the head, the beak, the wings over here, and the feet. Very, very positive spread. So as far as circling back, as far as getting out of our comfort zones, I guess that this is going to be the job of the King of Hearts, our heart energy. Um, Again, being a Zen master isn't just isn't specifically here in this tarot card reading spread, crow spread we have. This Zen master is not talking about avoiding uncomfortable and kind of messy and complicated subject matter. This King of Cups here is a Zen master because he went right for those topics. Did not avoid them, did not procrastinate at all. So this is again, I guess circling back, getting out of our comfort zones, but being able to have some sort of a balance in meditation and um, creating this balance. We have the Four of Swords here at the feet and the Eight of Swords at the head. Um, so there might be this kind of separation, right? This Eight of Swords, I think, is this heart energy, this Eight of Swords, our High Priestess right here, and in our past. I think there's a lot of community there. Our grounding energy, there might be something for some reason where there's kind of a distance or a break with the community. But that's going to be okay because this Four of Swords grounding energy is going to be really meditative and at peace with things. Um, so again, I think that might contribute to this featured outcome. Reverse Ten of Cups card, but it seems rather silly considering our King of Cups here. Okay, so we draw real quick. And I don't know if you checked my Instagram earlier this morning. I drew the Lion King. That's Rafiki, and that's I guess Simba. Okay. So this is what I have so far. I don't know. I just started drawing. King of Cups. I kind of wanted to be kind of tumultuous, right? I'm not really sure how to draw tumultuous, I guess. Um, I guess just kind of how big I drew her face. I don't know. Okay. So here we have, I think, the King of Cups and the High Priestess, the skull. This kind of moon, lunar self, kind of a light and dark. The king is usually something that represents light, right? And the queen, being feminine, represents something, as far as yin yang and light and dark go, represents something dark. So we kind of have this light and dark, thanks to this position of the king over here, right, kind of centered in her, I guess, her third eye. Um, and she's got this kind of like plant. It's like a sword, but it's like a plant, for her communication, as her third eye and connected to her mouth. Okay, and our grounding energy, and maybe a little bit of our hopes and fears too. Eight of Swords is it turned out to be a llama. Okay, this is a llama. A llama, eyes closed, llama, right? She's got her little eyelashes there. Her eyes are there though, so it's kind of like this seeing, but kind of using something else other than sight. This llama here, or maybe alpaca, a llama alpaca. What is this? It's kind of like with the four legs, a long neck, not as long as a giraffe's neck, and very kind of fluffy. Um, and you may think this is a Leo symbol, but it's actually the symbol of like a north node or south node of an astrology chart, astrology birth chart, maybe. And I think this one with the circles going down, the cup kind of facing down, is the south node, which is I think maybe a stuff to work on. I think the north node is like kind of like a harvest, kind of, you have this kind of abundance of personality traits, I guess. And the south node is something a bit kind of areas where we can work on and improve. But considering this reverse page of swords here, we have this little south node kind of symbol. I think it's the south node symbol of, I think it's nodes of the moon. I'm not sure here on our llama or alpaca's little face there. And might be the fire and the wands, right? Our past element, this kind of spiritual kind of yeah, seeing without using our sight type situation. Okay, I think the drawing is completed. Um, curious. I think the top part here is a bit of the our past, the Six of Wands with the Eight of Wands. I just noticed we're flanked by the two wands, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So maybe that could one can be the Six of Wands and the other one's the Eight of Wands. But I just really wanted to emphasize this kind of Zen master via a tumultuous experience. Um, so I drew this little kind of the waves, which are not pleasant waves; they're tumultuous waves, and the moon in the middle, and it's supposed to be the sun, as to represent the fire and wand element. Um, yeah. So that's this week's tarot card reading and drawing. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to let me know your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, and if you don't feel like sharing, that's probably the best decision for you as an individual to make. Um, so yeah, thanks for tuning in, and let me know if enter into the conversation if you're excited about kind of venturing out of a comfort zone. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. As always, I look forward to the next tarot card reading.